Now this is a very interesting, see, as we proceed, as it gets more expensive, it gets very exciting, okay? We're going to the V3. Let's make one sheet, right? So there's Damac Islands, okay? Let's do Emaar. Okay, and just so you know, I've made a very concise report including all these numbers. Okay, so in case you'd like to get access to the report, you can schedule a Zoom call. We can go through the numbers and discuss investment opportunities. You know, I love making reports. Investment is just based on numbers. It's not based on emotions. It's just based on numbers. So because a lot of people ask me that, hey, you know what? Last year you used to deal only with Emaar. This year you're dealing with Emaar, Damac, Sobha, Ellington, Leos. I mean, a lot of developers. I'm like, last year the market is completely different. This year it's a very dynamic market. So I'm evolving with the market, and whatever product makes sense for me. It's about the numbers. So Emaar, Sobha is entering the game because I'll explain shortly. And let's say private developers. Okay. So we're discussing the product V3. It's a 6-bed villa, around 6.5 million or 6 million. In Damac, it's around, let's say, 4,400 square foot. Yeah, this product. In Emaar, we're going to compare it with, I see now these two products I'm completely in love with. Okay. I think, you know, there are some investments you can just blindly trust. These are some of these. Okay, so it's called Farm Gardens. Okay, why I love this? Imagine an Emaar on a 10,000 square foot plot, independent villa, selling at so the 4 beds are selling at around 6.1, and the 5 beds are selling at around 7.1, 4,400 ish square foot. The built up area, this is around 5,600. But the plot size over here is around 10,000 square foot. Another very worthy contender is a product called Avina. I know it falls slightly under this bracket. It's around 4.6 million. A 4-bed, but it's a semi-detached villa. It's not an independent villa. So that's the difference. But I think the semi-detached villa, the floor plan and the plot size is so good. It's close to 7,000 square foot. And we have seen in the past that these floor plans have performed really well. The club villas in Dubai Hills have touched between 9 and 13 million. So very interesting product. Now, Sobha, you have your Elwood. You know, I've had a lot of interest in Sobha, especially from investors from the UK, US, Europe, because they are so focused on quality. They're like, okay, Zohaib, we'd like to move in ourselves. We're end users. We're completely obsessed with quality. Okay. So then I take them to when you're obsessed with quality, I take them to Ellington. I take them to Sobha, and I've showed them Leos in a funny way, and then I've even take them to Expo. Expo, I've told you multiple times, they use Al Nabude as their contractor. It's phenomenal. Sobha in-house contractors have their factories in the UAE. Big difference. So in Sobha Elwood, the 4 beds. See the 4-bed. So now, if you look at the master plan of Elwood, the 4 beds are all sort of like just lined up in the corners. Now, what's nice about Sobha is it's a 10 million square foot plot of land, and only 400 houses in 10 million square foot. Now, if you've studied the forest villas of Sobha, the rent of these 4 beds are somewhere around 1.2 million dirhams upwards. Why would someone pay so much of rent? Because there's a lot of privacy. Because so the advertisement of Sobha is that they don't use palm trees. They import all these trees, especially from Kerala. So if you know the owner, PNC Menon, he's from Kerala. So they import all these trees from different parts of the world. They love greenery, and so there's a particular concept called aroma garden, where they have these dense trees with certain powerful smell. I forgot the trees, but they haven't mentioned which tree. But they mentioned, so even for forest villas, they spend around $3 to $4 million on importing around 300 new species of trees. So if you see the premium, always observe where are the most expensive villas in any community, being anywhere close to them. So if you've observed which villa that I bought in Damac Island, I couldn't afford the 6 bed, they were 24 million. But then right behind the 6 bed, I found this really big plot of a 4 bed around 12.8 million. So I picked that up, because you always know that near the most premium villas are the best amenities, right? It's kind of like a hack. So the 6 beds are here. Like, of course, there are different clusters, but near the 6 beds, there are 5 beds. And over here, there's something called the aroma forest. So those villas were around 9.2 million. So that, I think that was an interesting investment opportunity, especially for end users. Like, if you're looking to move to Dubai, I think the location's great. Easy access to downtown. I have a lot of buyers asking me this. Okay, Zohaib, you want to be close to downtown Dubai. I don't think I mentioned that point in the previous section. We didn't discuss Emaar South. So reason a lot of people said they don't want to be that far. They stick to the classics. People like being near downtown Dubai. Okay, so this particular location was 25 minutes from downtown. Same thing with most of these properties that we're discussing now. Yeah, this was an interesting opportunity in terms of quality. Ellington, oh my god, ridiculously expensive. So there's I've explained MBR City. So in terms of location, downtown, District 11, Sobha Elwood. Okay, so in terms of location. So these 3 beds in Watercrest, So Watercrest are going at around 8.2 million. And then again, my previous video, I mentioned this Kensington Garden, the new master plan by Emaar, by Nakheel, called Greenwood. Over there, the 4 beds were going around 6.2 million, and the 5 beds were going around 7.5 million. I wouldn't even, I think it's quite clear. I wouldn't even discuss that. This is purely end user choice, all right? That's purely end user choice. It's not an investor product. These over here are all investor products, okay? Why? Because all of these products have a potential to go towards the 10 million mark and above, okay? So if you compare any of these with their ready comparatives, the price is anywhere about 10 million. Clearly, Emaar has a very strong brand name, and Sobha is very strong for quality. So these products, okay, let me just, okay, so let's just understand the Damac Island opportunity. So the V3, 4,400 square foot, 6-bed villa, okay, has the potential to go towards the 10 million mark, right? So like I've mentioned, the investment manager around 6.5, around 50% of the value, if you encompass the leverage option, you have the potential to make from, let's say you've invested around 3.5 million, again, you have potential to invest, again, I've made specific reports. This is a little bit random. You have an opportunity to make around 60 to 80%, maybe even higher, depending on how we trade it. Farm gardens, I think the value can go even higher. So that's the power of the brand. It can go even higher. So if you, not the 4-bed, the 5-bed at least, 5-bed can go towards the 12 million mark. And Sobha, same thing, the product, the Elwood, I think if you get a villa right near the aroma forest where there's a lot of privacy. Privacy is a very, very big thing amongst investors. They don't like anyone looking into their house, So if you get a really nice villa, it has the potential to go even up to 15 million. Right now, if you look at the prices in Sobha Heartland, I think the initial investors made a bomb, especially the forest villas. The prices have reached near 24 million for a 5-bed. So we're still looking at quite conservative numbers over here. And the potential is technically anywhere between 80 and 100%. So very interesting opportunities. Now let's head towards my favorite part, the mansions. So next we are going towards the V55, okay? it's very difficult to compare this because 10,000 square foot mansion, there are only 42 of these mansions being released. So, but what can we compare it with? Okay, so there's Damac. Emaar is tough in this particular bracket. Let's do Miras. We can do private developers. Let me add Sinha Island, okay? I love Sinha as a product. I know it's a little different, but let's just compare. Okay, so 10,000 square foot plot. That itself, I don't think there's competition. It's phenomenal. In Miras, you've got acres. So acres, I think the 5-bed villas go around 14.9 million. Okay. In private Ellington, you've got Watercrest. So all this is the District 11. So downtown, District 11. District 11, if you look at, there's a lagoon in between, and they have all these little clusters. Now, a lot of clusters, all right? So this, somewhere over here is, let's say, even Leo's. Now Leo's, you can get a 5-bed villa somewhere around 12 million. The quality is fantastic. Now, these are very, so you've got the Bentley homes, the Lamborghini homes, Ellington, Watercrest, all of that is sort of in this community, District 11, which is very close to downtown. And further ahead, you have the Elwoods and the Valley and everything, right? But, so these are very unique concepts, boutique, ultra luxury villas. Now, some people love big communities, and that's, let's say, the major chunk of the population, all right? But I do get clients, like recently I had some clients from the US who said, hey, listen, again, Zohaib, we like to move in, brand new villa, ideally within 2 years. That's a challenge because nowadays most of the handovers are happening in 27 and 28. In fact, somewhere in Emaar, you've got even some 29 projects already. But they say, you know what, we don't mind a smaller community. That's why you have these strategy sessions with investors, because every investor is different. So I had some clients who loved the concept of Knightsbridge. So it's called the Knightsbridge product. I actually like this product in a funny way. Gagano appliances, marble, floor-to-ceiling windows, very small community. Only 4 6-bedrooms and I think around 10 5-beds. That's it. Very, very exclusive. But it's a very small community, right? It's not like the massive community, the other community that we're talking about. So that's for a very niche audience, but also very interesting. So in the whole of District 11, I think this Knightsbridge by Leo's is actually a good investment product. This is around 12 million. This can serve as investment / end use. If you're looking to move to Dubai, I think this is a very good product you could look into. Sinha is the Hamptons, all right? It's the Hamptons of Dubai, okay? So those who are not familiar, so Hamptons is like a 45-minute drive where, you have this ultra luxury lifestyle. So Sinha Island is going to be the Hamptons of Dubai, an ultra luxury resort. You'll have a helipad, you'll have air taxis coming from Sinha to Dubai. It's one of those rare natural islands that exist. It'll be right next to the casino. I think it's a beautiful community to be able to live on the beach. I think it's a fantastic opportunity. So you get a 4-bed house, around 10.5 million, goes up to 12 million. I think this is a beautiful opportunity, a lot of potential over here. As you guys know, I've also dabbled my hands into this product. I think it's a beautiful product. But this is unique. It's just unique. It doesn't exist in the market. I mean, if you look at my videos in the mansion, you will see private parking around 6 to 7 cars, private theater, steam, sauna room, your own private gym, your own private guest lounge. All this is just the basement. Private elevator. A mansion is a whole different, very unique concept. So you have specific buyers for these, the profit potential. So right now, I think this product will be anywhere between 13 and 15 million dirhams. Now, a mansion in Dubai sells close to 30 million dirhams. Now, let's say even if it goes around 25 million dirhams of this size, it goes a lot higher. Can you imagine the sort of profit potential for this bracket? Of course, as you go higher in the scheme of the product value, the risk is higher and the profit potential is higher. But then I think these sort of products are, I personally believe, in the lower risk category because there is a demand for it. Now, finally, we are heading towards the V75 bracket. V75, we're dealing with products in the 15 to 25 million category, okay? Now, this is, we can look at the 2 to 5% of the whole market. Now, is there demand? So I don't know if you've seen my Palm refurbishment villa video. So the group bought a villa at around 25 million dirhams, spent around 8 million dirhams in refurbishment, and the villa sold for 67 million. It came in a newspaper article where most expensive garden home was sold for 67 million. Now, the funny part was not that it was sold for 67 million. The funny part was there were 10 to 15 buyers with checks in hand, desperate to buy the villa. So you must understand, if you study the stats in DXB Interact of Palm Jumeirah and Emirates Hills and Dubai Hills, you will understand the demand for mansions and ultra luxury villas and mansions, right? So in the market currently, of course, you've got the Damac mansion, you've got Palm Jebel Ali. Now, Palm Jebel Ali is big, right? I think we're going to make a lot of videos. So the reason why the reason why I onboarded Mohammed Al-Jabri is because I think nowadays getting units itself is a very big challenge, like especially with developers like Nikhil, Miras, the launches, getting the units is very challenging. So, but when you have an Emirati on board, it makes life a lot easier, and we try and get those specific units for our investors. So we're going to make a lot of videos and content on Palm Jebel Ali villas, on Bay villas in Dubai Islands, and the potential. We've got Oasis by Emaar. Then you've got, of course, Acres. You have some options over here. You have Cinia. Which I think you have the Ellington also has a few beautiful villas in this category. I think the opportunities that stand out the most, according to me, amongst these, let's say, these would stand out the most. Palm Jebel Ali, I think it's about the waiting period. So you must understand, there is a lot of stock coming. We took around 10 years to make the Palm. And right now there will be a lot of launches coming up. If you are an investor who's willing to hold around 5 years, 3 to 5 years, I think there's no investment better than Palm Jebel Ali. Oasis, again, 3 years. Mansions, 3 years. Acres we'll discuss later. Cinia, it's just around 2027. First Jan 2027, Wynn Resorts will officially launch. They bought 50% more of land, so you can imagine they're going to come up big. There is speculation of the MGM and Bellagio coming to Dubai, but they have not been granted the license yet. But once the Wynn Resort gets operational, we're expecting those licenses to kick in as well. So this is going to attract a lot of investors from China, from the US, from Singapore, Malaysia, Taiwan, especially. Because if you have an option right now, most of the crowd goes to Macau, but then if you have an option to party in Dubai, there's nothing better, right? Party, casino, there's nothing better. Crypto, the other day I was paying my my mobile bill, and I was shocked. I had the option to pay by crypto. So Dubai is one of those most advanced countries who understands the nature of investors or crowds, or the mindset of the HNIs and ultra HNIs who are coming to Dubai. So these products are meant for them. That is your target audience. Your target audience is niche. Biggest advantage of this is that the trading process would be easy because those buyers are not difficult. The buyers in, let's say, the 2 to 5 million up to 10 million are tough buyers to deal with. When you're in this certain category, you'll be surprised. Most of these properties I've sold over WhatsApp or Zoom calls because they exactly know what they want. So I think that's a big advantage with this particular bracket. Of course, you have an opportunity to make close to 100% profit if you're willing to hold around 3 years. I've made a very detailed report regarding this on how we can achieve up to 100% ROE. If you're interested, of course, we can schedule a call and we can build a strategy on how we can achieve close to 100% ROE. In this particular section, the V75 section of the Dubai real estate, extremely niche market. I think penthouses and ultra luxury villas are a very niche market, and it's meant for a very certain specific audience. I hope you enjoyed this really detailed video. A lot more exciting videos coming soon. I think a new master plan is a brilliant opportunity to make some serious profits. So if you're interested in Damac Islands, let me know and let's schedule a call. You know where to go. It's mohammedzohaib.com. You can schedule a Zoom call with me and I'll be happy to help. Thank you for watching. Mohammed Zohaib.